a little more, let me make sure I understand what you said. You said the spinal alignment, which exercise? Can you show it for me?
No, spine, the mantra you speak, from...
Yeah, mantra, spinal mantra,
yeah. When we repeat, we have to think about our body,
Yes.
we are pointed in the spinal.
Yeah.
So sometime I go in the spinal center of the body, but sometime I cross, I thought when we start from the leg, so either you attention one leg or both of them, so that sometime confusion and I got horizontally.
Okay, it is very easy. What you do is, when you're doing this, keep your legs together like that. And visualize it rising from in between your legs.
Both leg.
Yes. So that will take care of it.
Okay. Just get confused, so so that I say I'll make clear.
Certainly. Absolutely.
Thank you. Anyway.
You're welcome.
Namaste, Dr. Rajan.
Namaste.
Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
About morning conversation.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I understood everything, whatever they have to do, but person who does not accept that they have this problem, I wanted to ask, but I did not, because it was looking stupid. So I did not ask, but I thought about ask you too.
Actually, what we say is, each person will find their solution only according to their karma and the grace of God.
That is what I accepted, yes.
What happens is, people who come in over here, we have a free resource. Think of how many people whom you know as friends, whom you have recommended and it will benefit them, but they don't show up. Right?
That's true.
So that is the same way that people who have these health disorders, conditions and things like that, only when the time comes and the grace of God is there, things will happen. Till then, nothing happens.
Indeed, the person who does not accept at all, they are not accepting, losing memory, mental, like all thinking. They are thinking, if someone tells a person make a left turn, a person is making right turn. If a right turn, making left turn.
See, what happens is, when people are in that kind of a mode, all you can do is, you have to tell people what to do, and they don't listen. Don't worry about it. It's their karma. You see, even if they are very near and dear people whom you care for, that is the attitude by which you need to live. They are not meant to be listened, so you can do nothing about it. You see, this is how detachment builds within you. You can be caring, but not be affected. Being caring and not be affected is like saying you have empathy and you care, but if they won't listen, what can you do? You have to just let it go, right?
Right, exactly. That's my religion says, it's our karma.
So it's time for us to begin.
Yes.
So let's begin with our 3 usual ohms. Take a deep breath in. So now, our usual disclaimer: when you attend this session, you take responsibility for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and I do not take any responsibility towards your well-being and the outcome of your participation here. So please make sure that you take adequate caution and do everything with gentleness. And the best way to implement this is the rule of yoga. There can be no strain in any practice that you do. Everything is done within your capacity, and the way it is described is the practice that you do should be so gentle that you can have meditative focus within it. If you do anything with strain, you cannot have meditative focus. So it has to be so gentle with very light effort. So keeping that in mind and realizing each person does within their own capacity, you don't need to attain a certain level of a stretch or a breathing or the practice and all of these things, only within your capacity without any strain. So with that, let's begin the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum, pressing on the little finger with the thumb. We begin with Lam. Take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Bring the awareness an inch above the perineum, and focusing there, we do Vam, pressing on the ring finger of the thumb. Vam. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Bring your awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and as we do Ram, we draw at the navel, pressing the middle finger with the thumb. Ram. Release the fingers. Continue. Ram. Ram. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yum, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yum. Yum. Release the fingers. Continue. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Hum. 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 Release the hand. Continue. Hum. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Release the hand. Continue. Bring the awareness to the top of the head, and there we do Om. Again, thumbs up, loose fist. Om. the hand. Continue. Om. Om. Last time. Om. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. And here, most of you know how to do it, so please continue. Keep the palms open, thumbs up. And those of you who need any instruction, remember to bring a slight stretch in the throat, the bottommost part of the mouth that connects into the neck. Focusing there, make a big smile if you don't feel a stretch otherwise. And as you inhale and exhale slowly, feel like air is rubbing there as you inhale and exhale. When you inhale, it'll feel like a mild sucking sensation. And when you exhale, it'll feel like a reverse sucking sensation. And make sure it is slow, smooth, and easy. And I can demonstrate how slow and smooth it is. As I inhale, I will raise my hand up, and as I exhale, I'll bring it down. And you can see the natural pause in between. Now, as we continue, let's do shoulder rotations. Inhale, lift up your shoulders. As you exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Continue the Ujjayi Pranayam that way. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, as we inhale in Ujjayi, we look up and stretch up. Bring the hands up together as the pelvis lifts, and as you exhale, bring the chin down and slowly come down in Ujjayi. Continue. Last exhalation. Now we go to the neck exercises. As you exhale, gently tilt your head, bringing one ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tilt the other way, bring the other ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back, and continue. With each exhalation, tilting towards one shoulder or the other. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back up. Now we turn the head in the 4 directions. 3 directions we do ah, and the fourth down we do Ma. And so you all know the routine now. 3 times in the first round, twice in the second, and once in the third round. Turn head to the right. To the left. Now to the back. Now chin to the chest. Now we go to the second round, twice each time. To the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Now we go last round, once each side. To the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Now we bring our awareness above the head, and we can do Ah or Om, whichever makes you feel good. We do it 3 times. Om. Om. Now bring the chin down to the chest, and we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Now, let's go and stretch out the hand in front of us. And as you inhale, lift up the palm perpendicular to the forearm and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Inhale up and stretch. Exhale, fist down. Last exhalation, keep the fist and go around the wrist. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders. And as you and your fist below the chin, and as you inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms. And as you exhale, fist again and come down. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Interlock the fingers and bring it behind the head. Stretch back the shoulders, stretch out the elbows, and as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back. And continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back up. Get hold of your elbows behind the back. Take a deep breath in, expand the chest, pull back the shoulders, and as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back. Continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of your hips behind your back. And as you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Continue. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Let's cross one leg over the other. Get hold of the knee on the top. And as you exhale, pull it towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. Inhale, release. And exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Now we cross over the other leg. Exhale, pull the other way. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. And now we can stand up. As you inhale, you can bend at your knees. Those of you who don't have good balance, you can hold something. So as you inhale, bend, keep the body vertical, and exhale, come up and continue. Inhale and exhale. You don't need to bend too much, just enough to feel the stretch in the ankles and knees. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Now we go around the hips, separate the feet a little bit more, and then swing around the hips. Inhale and exhale. Feel the weight shift from one leg to another. Observe the stretch you feel not only in the hips, but also in the muscles in the leg, all the way from the hips down to the feet. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last exhalation. Now we will do the pelvic bend. So those of you who don't have good balance, you can hold a chair and do the bend, or you can sit on a seat and do it. Bring your hands behind your back, get hold of the elbows. Those of you who are standing, keep the feet shoulder width apart, inside of the feet parallel to each other. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, pull back the shoulders and lift up the chin and lean back. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, lean forward, pushing out your butt, and only at the hips you're bending, keeping the chin up and the shoulder pulled back. Inhale and exhale into the stretch you feel from the hips all the way down to the feet. Take a slow, deep breath in and come up. And now we can go on to alternate nostril breathing. Begin inhaling from the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. And then inhale through the right, exhale through the left. 3 pairs of breaths, 6 breaths completes a cycle, or completes the 3 cycles. When you have completed the last cycle, we can go get ready for Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Deep breath to the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. And then do one Bhramari. Now bring your awareness to the chest area and mentally visualize you're vibrating there. Haim, 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 Haim. After a minute or so, you can make it Haim Nam, Haim Nam, Haim Nam. Now bring the awareness behind the lowermost part of the sternum and feel a rising vibration going through the body and out of the top of the head. Visualize the rising vibration as 3 syllables. Haim, Haim, home, Haim, home. We were doing I'm home last few days. Now we make it Haim, home, Haim, home. It has best impact for the chest and respiratory system. Now we go on to the spinal mantra. Yesterday we did the slow version and today we will use the faster version. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I'm Shim Jim Jam I'm 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 Om. Now we go on to Bhastrika. So let's begin. Let's get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Deep breath to the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left, and then do one Bhramari. Now we get ready for the second round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Deep breath to the right nostril, hold the breath, exhale to the left, then one Brahmari. Now we go on to the last round of Bhastrika. Let's get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. exhale. 12, exhale. 30, exhale. 40, exhale. 50, exhale. 60, exhale. 70, exhale. 80, exhale. 90, exhale. 20, exhale. Deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath, then exhale to the left, and then do one Bhramari. Now, let's get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. As you let go of everything, feel the body feel a little lighter, the shoulders, perhaps the head. And if you have a preferred method of meditation, you can do it. Otherwise, you can visualize a rising vibration from behind the lowermost part of the sternum, and you feel that flow going up and out of the top of the body, and the flow feels like 3 vibrations. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. Please continue. And we will have Om in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. Visualize a downpour from far above and become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. The senses given to us to fulfill the purpose for which we are born. Whenever you feel you're ready to open the eyes, raise the palm of your hands and bring it in front of your face and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. With that, we end the meditation and this practice session. I suggested earlier today, in the beginning when there were not too many people, that I propose that we can do today discussion on why we do what in each of these practices that we are doing. Is that something that would be good for everyone? Okay, so now let me just make sure that we can have a discussion. So I'm going to allow all of you to unmute yourselves whenever you need to speak. So there are others who are there in the panelist. I'm letting them in so they can also come in if they want to ask a question. Okay. So now, okay. So in the practices that we do over here, we have about 4 or 5 components. The first component we do is the chakra vibrations. Then we do the Ujjayi pranayama. Then we do the spinal alignment exercises. And then after that, we go into the alternate nostril breathing. And then we go into the Bhastrika and then to meditation. We do once in a while do the Bahya Kumbhaka or the, the Kapalbhati we add once in a while. So this is the practices that we do. So let me first address the sequence of the regular practice that we do, and then we'll talk about Kapalbhati and Bahya Kumbhaka. Okay. The chakra vibration we do is primarily what we call for mental health. Why do we say that? When we look from a yogic perspective, our being is at 3 levels. The physical being is the least of it. Our subtle vibration, the subtle being, is what empowers the physical being. That subtle being is something what we call as being outside the physical body. It's not even within the 3-dimensional space. It is beyond that matter. But then when the manifestation of the subtle being in you comes in the form of vibrations. So when in traditional medicine system, when they use 3 fingers to assess your vibrations, or when we do, those of you who have read with our system, the BioWell system, where you stick your finger in and we get a reading of how your system is functioning, that is only an expression of the subtle being in you, which is beyond the 3-dimensional space. And this subtle being, once it leaves the body or it decides it doesn't want to connect with this body anymore, this body dies. So when we do the chakra vibrations, what we are doing is we are cleaning out the pathways of the connection into the subtle element that is beyond the 3-dimensional world. And so this chakra vibrations we do essentially ensures that if we have done anything that is against the cosmic plan of who we are, who have come in this body, and what can disrupt it? Any mental element, any thoughts within you can disrupt that. When you get angry, when you have sense of any attachment to anything, all of these that are not part of your cosmic plan will create a blockage in these chakras. So when we do the chakra vibration, it helps to clear up. Now what happens is, why do we say it is associated with mental health? In fact, what it is associated with is any element that from a physical dimensional aspect, you don't see it in the body. So autoimmune conditions where the immune system gets disrupted, mental health condition, all belong in that space. So when we clear out the chakras, we become in sync with our purpose of life, which we say as being in sync with your swadharma, the purpose for which you're born. It opens up the channels for you to be more receptive. So that is why we do the chakra vibrations as the first thing, so that beyond the physical body into the subtle element, we all get connected. After we are done with that, the first thing we do is the Ujjayi Pranayam. Why do we do the Ujjayi Pranayam immediately after? The Ujjayi Pranayam, from a physiological sense, is often said to stimulate two very important cranial nerves, the vagus nerve and the glossopharyngeal nerve. And the vagus nerve, when it is stimulated, it has an anti-inflammatory effect, and it connects with the cardiorespiratory system and the digestive system of the body. And so what it does is, it creates a certain level of harmonization within, what is called, it gives the vagal tone, which has a parasympathetic nature. That means it calms you down, creates greater harmony within you. But at the same time, because it is also stimulating the glossopharyngeal nerve, that and the vagus nerve together can loosen the areas in the pharyngeal area, which is the neck, the throat, the back of the mouth, that area. And so people who have snoring related problem or sleep apnea, they can also get relief. But that is only one side of it. The word Ujjayi Pranayama, Ujjayi means that which is the victorious pranayama of the higher element. Ut means something that is higher. It can also, you can say Ut means that which is arisen. So you can say that which is arisen and victorious. So what does that exactly mean? The key part is, it actually, once you have done the chakra vibrations and you have connected into the subtle domain, what the Ujjayi does is, it helps you to connect your subtle intent with the body. That is why we do Ujjayi immediately after. In fact, Ujjayi is usually done, the way we do it in the simplest level of Ujjayi. A higher level of Ujjayi is when you do certain visualizations along with the Ujjayi. And a third level of Ujjayi is when you do it not only with visualization of a higher kind, but also you do it with mantras. We don't go there, because what happens is, if you do Ujjayi in those dimensions and there is not enough purification in the body, it can create problems. So we only deal with the simplest Ujjayi. So what happens is, when we do Ujjayi after and it connects the physical body with the intent of the subtle body that we have, that creates a perfect, better harmonization, and that's why we do that. And many of you who do this practice, in fact, most of you, you would have felt almost a meditative effect after doing the chakra vibration and the Ujjayi, right? Now, when the Ujjayi is done by itself, it is one thing. If you start doing shoulder rotation, it may be physically a little more, distracting, but then you can sense how it can become meditative with that. Now, once we have connected the physical body with the subtle, with the Ujjayi, then we are ready to work with the physical elements of the body. And what part of the physical element is most important for us? The most important element for us is vitality in the body. Vitality for common people comes from good breathing. But actually, good breathing and the response of the cardiorespiratory system, which is governed by the nervous system and the brain. So the brain and the breathing needs to be empowered. For the breathing to be empowered, first we need to make sure the central nervous system, which is the brain and the spine, work optimally. And that is why we do the spinal alignment first. In the yogic system, sometimes people will say, you're as old as your spine. If the spine weakens, then the body begins to sag. So the spinal alignment we do in a very gentle way, given that most of the people here are senior citizens and the physical abilities are limited, we do it in a part by part way instead of doing it all at once. The practices like Surya Namaskar and various other practices are designed to stimulate the spine, make the spinal alignment in a more dynamic and a more faster way and with multiple areas at the same time. However, we do it part by part and without holding. Holding is a little more intense, so that it's easier for people to do. So we start with the neck and the head, and then we go down. As you can see, the neck exercises, all of that, and the hand is and the shoulders are in line with the upper thoracic. It's at the junction of the neck and the shoulders, right? The hands, the shoulders are in the junction of the neck and the trunk of the body. So the hands are all connected with that. And then thereafter, as you know, we do we go lower down. We actually, when we pull the hand this way and that way, we are actually stimulating, we are connecting with the lower area by moving the trunk part of the spine. And then we bring the hands behind and then we twist. We are actually going lower down towards the hips. And then, of course, once we cross the legs and pull it over this way, we are stimulating not only the hips, but the coccyx and the sacrum, and the lowermost part of the spine gets stimulated. And then, of course, the spine, of course, from there, the connection goes all the way into the leg. And as people age, you have problems related to the knees and the legs and all of that. And that is why we do the leg-related exercises that come in after that, and the pelvic bending, all of that stimulate. So this becomes the element stimulating the central nervous system, the brain and the spine, is the precursor to the breathing that enables the vitality to improve, right? So that is why we do this. The focus is vitality. So immediately after we do the alternate nostril breathing and Bhastrika. The alternate nostril breathing, in fact, what happens is we do, there are different ways of balancing the system within. On a vibrational basis, the chakra vibration is a big balancer. Then after that, when we do turn the head left and right, and we do the ah, and finally in the end, when we do the ah or om on the top of the head, that again balances the whole system. The spinal alignment itself is balancing at a lower domain, the physical domain. But then once we do the alternate nostril breathing, we are again balancing again. And after the balance, we do the Bhastrika. Why is balancing important before we do Bhastrika? If there is an imbalance in our system between the left and right side, and if we do Bhastrika, Bhastrika energizes. It will increase the imbalance. It will energize the imbalance. So that is why we always seek to do the balancing before we do Bhastrika. Because Bhastrika, as deep breathing, energizes you. And then, of course, the final part we do is the meditation. The meditation that we do, actually, really speaking, everything we do is geared towards having a higher impact on meditation. When is meditation higher? Meditation effect is higher when the middle of the body through which the Sushumna Nadi flows, the central channel, which is what we started with the chakra vibrations. When the chakras are clear and that connectivity pathway is clear, and when there is good vitality in the body with all these spinal alignment and Bhastrika, there is good vitality built in. That is the optimal time to do meditation. Obviously, we only do 10 minutes of meditation. If we did it longer, it would be even better. And this practice we have evolved is what I call as the lowest common denominator. In the sense, what is the meaning of lowest common denominator? It really means that it's not only easy for everyone to do, but also we recognize that some people are spiritually ahead, others are a little bit not so ahead. So people who are spiritually ahead, they need less physical elements to go ahead and go into higher level of meditation. Whereas for other people whose awareness is not as much there, they feel the peace with the physical element. So that actually begins to calm the mind. So that is the reason we have kept this as a session, for a general group this way. However, for people who are spiritually inclined, you should be doing more meditation in the morning and evening. And the meditative practices will become self-revealing. You yourself will become aware of your inner self. You'll know what is right for you. And slowly, when intuition grows, you will mentally ask a question, you will know the answers. So meditation is really the key. So that is how we have brought all of these exercises together in this session. So any questions about this? And then after that, if we have time, you can ask other questions too.
I have a question, Dr. Rajan.
Yes, go ahead.
You just said Bhastrika is imbalance. I did not get this sentence answer.
What I said is Bhastrika increases vitality, energy.
Increase vitality and there's an imbalance.
And I said, if you have imbalance in your system, before you do Bhastrika, there'll be more energy in your imbalance, which means you'll become more imbalanced.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that right? I did. That's new.
That is why we do that. Now, what happens is, it is always better to have a balance within. Normally, for us over here, because we are doing so many balancing exercises from before, the chakra vibrations, the spinal alignment, we really don't need the alternate nostril breathing. We can straight away go to Bhastrika. And if you're a person who is of a normally calm nature, you can do Bhastrika anytime. You'll be fine too, because you have a natural balance.
Does it mean that for myself, I have little bit, like sometimes I'm bending this time, this way, sometimes I'm bending this way, sometimes I'm standing straight, I feel like I will fall down in the front. So does it mean I have to do more in Anulam Vilam?
That will be helpful for you, yes.
Helpful. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. By the way, balance doesn't mean physical balance alone. It means the mental balance of balancing between, exactly.
I have this.
Exactly.
When I'm standing and doing my spiritual or religious things, I have to stand and do mantra inside. So I feel like I will fall down in the front.
Yes.
So at that times I have to be careful.
Yes. So Sudha Bhatt, you had a question. Go ahead. You have to unmute.
I still want to know that when we do this side, up and down, what actually does it do?
Okay. You don't feel any difference in after you do that, right?
When I do my neck exercise, I feel light.
After you do the right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do the sound vibrations of that has a way whereby the entire side of the body, that vibration opens up. It's almost like the chakra vibrations are in the middle of the body for our subtle body connection. Whereas for the physical body, when we do it opens out the whole side, whichever side you do the
Okay.
And that is why, because of the loosening, when we do that, you find your neck rotation become far easier.
Yes. Thank you.
In fact, it loosens the whole part of all parts of the body become much looser with that.
Yeah, it becomes easy for neck exercise.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Vibha Parikh has your hand up. Go ahead.
How does the spinal mantra helps?
Okay. The thing is basically for people who have weakness in the spine, particularly by degeneration and the knees or the spine, many people have found it to be useful. I won't say every person finds it useful, but I have found that at least 50 to 60% of the people have beneficial impact. And from reports that I have heard, about 10 to 20% of the people who had very difficult pain conditions in the knees or legs, the spine or the neck, or those pain conditions disappeared. Okay, so as we say, all yoga practices don't help everyone equally, right? Yeah, that's why we do it. The Dalpat Bhai, go ahead.
Dr. I have a problem. I mean, not the problem, but the question: how we our chakra is open or closed? How we know? And really, at Muladhara chakra, all energy is staying there and bringing up. Well, and what will the effect of those things? Is closed or open?
Yes, everybody cannot know it, but people who have some internal awareness, what they will do is when they vibrate in each chakra, they will find the resonance of that vibration focused in any chakra. The resonance will go up all the way up and out of the top of the head. When you feel that, you know the chakra is clear. Okay, so Ashokji, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question in connection with this. I recognize that you have to prolong because you are carrying the whole group when you are clearing chakras.
Yes.
But if somebody has cleared the chakra, should they continue with the rest of the group or should they proceed ahead?
If they continue, there is no harm. In fact, what happens is, if everybody here in the group has a group sense, like you sense you're all, they think of everybody within the group as one, then if you're already cleared, you'll be contributing to clear others too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That is true, but when I am doing by myself, it does not affect anything. When I'm doing with you, it does affect.
Yes.
Like if I don't have time in the evening, let me do in afternoon. But no, it does not affect at all.
Yeah.
That is true. You are right. In a group, it doesn't.
Yes. So Radha, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
So, partly my question was answered by Neetaji. But here is my experience. I had started working because of time. I started practicing chakra meditation by myself. When I started with you during COVID, I had gotten so far. There was almost like it was a festival in my mind all the time. And then I started practicing it alone. And it was like a house of cards. Everything was falling apart in my life and I was reacting to it. So my question is, that for normal people like us, it is a natural thing. Like, if you take your vitamins, you feel very energetic. If you don't take your vitamins, then you feel. So even with chakra vibration, does that happen? It's not a permanent thing moving towards one goal. It's not.
That is correct. What happens is, we are living in the physical world, being in the human world. Your chakras get affected when you have any emotional response to anything. So what happens is they will get blocked. Any fear, any anger, any sense of somebody, oh, why is something happening like this? Why is somebody like this? You get affected by people or chakra automatically gets blocked.
Okay.
That's why it is needed every day.
Okay.
There is a higher practice which we did in the retreat, the karma cleansing practice. That is even more effective, but that too has to be done every day.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Rajan.
You're welcome. So, Prithvi, go ahead.
Yes, Dr. Rajan. When you talk about purification, what exactly does it mean? Because I know in Brahma Kumaris, they say purification means your thoughts should be clear, you're dealing with other people should be clear. clear. You shouldn't do any bad act, you know. But when you talk about purification, what is this? Body purification,
Okay. So when we talk about yogic purification, everything you said is a corollary of that whatever you have heard. When you say you shouldn't do anything bad, what is bad? In Mahabharata, Arjun goes and kills all his, cousins and everybody. So did he do a bad thing? So it has got, the question of bad is not something in our vocabulary. In our vocabulary, being dharmic or adharmic is the only thing that matters. Okay? Mm-hmm. So the key thing, the purification means that you have higher internal awareness, and as a result of that internal awareness, you have cosmic guidance as to what you should be doing in your life. And how does it reflect on you? It means that whatever comes in life, you are able to take it in stride. No matter what happens, it doesn't unsettle you. You're always calm and peaceful. And of course, the thing is, you see, there is, if you need to play an act where you need to do something of that seems out of a peaceful mode, you do the act, but there is no reaction on you. Like Arjun had to go and kill, people, but after he had done that, there is no reaction because it is the cosmic, this thing makes you to do your duty like a soldier in a war, right? So if a soldier in a war has the right attitude, they cannot develop PTSD. So the concept of purification is that all your awareness is opened up to connect. And when does that happen? When your reactivity goes down and you have less programs in you. Okay, so any other last question? That's the last question. Malti, go ahead.
Yes. Dr. Narayan, once I asked you, it takes some time for me to fall asleep when I go to bed. So it was the advice that if you do Ujjayi, it will help. And after Ujjayi, one Brahmari. I just want to know, why should we do Brahmari after Ujjayi? Because Ujjayi, it balances your mind. And how does Brahmari...
Just 1 second. Where do we do Brahmari after Ujjayi?
No, once I discuss with you, it takes some time for me to sleep when I go to sleep. So he said it helps to do if you do Ujjayi and followed by one Brahmari.
Oh, did I say followed by one Brahmari?
Yes.
No,
I do like that every day. So I was just wondering, am I doing something wrong?
See, what happens is, the Ujjayi, as I said, enables the pathways between the body and the subtle domain once the chakras are clear, right?
Yes, yes.
So which means what happens is, in sleep, you're really leaving the awareness of the body. You're going more into your subtle being.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens now, in your case, I said Brahmari for a very simple reason. Now, when you're doing the with the head turning and all of that, in the end, over the top of your head, which you feel more comfortable, or Om?
Om.
Om feels more comfortable for you?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, did you try
No.
You should try
Okay.
See, what happens is, the part is, for anybody for whom they are unable to let go of stuff, then that Brahmari is helping to clear the head out. And that is the reason I probably suggest it for you. I don't normally suggest it for everyone.
So should I do about 10 minutes of Ujjayi before I go to sleep? So it helps me.
If it helps me, don't do the Brahmari, not needed.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. There was one question in the chat box. Satyapal Keraji had put in over there. What is the effect of eating meat? Okay. The answer is very simple. It is it makes your aggressive energies more. And when you have to do a lot of, aggressive work, the meat may be helpful for you. From a yoga perspective, we don't discriminate between food. What we say is you have to eat what is right for you. If your nature is such where you need that kind of strong, aggressive worldly energy, and you go and if you feel you have to eat meat, it is up to you. But for people who are more purified inside, for them, meat is not suited. In fact, what happens is there are many more substances that are not suited, like onion, garlic, and things are not suited for them either. Now, what happens is, how do you recognize what is right for you? If you consume that item, then in which case, first thing is, you should not feel heavy and uncomfortable. Second is, there should be no smell coming out of you. In fact, if in your breath there is smell coming out of you, then that item was not properly digested in your system. So it is not suited for you. And of course, the third thing is it may reflect on your bowel movement. If any one of these three elements are there, any one, not all, any one of them are there, you know that's not suited for you. Okay. So with that, we will close here today. So see you all tomorrow. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.